All right, and welcome back to the first episode of July's Hardcore Challenge. So, for July, what we have is a new seed. For those of you that don't know, the Minecraft Hardcore Challenge is a monthly challenge where a group of providers sort of set up on the same kind of world and see what they can do relative to the challenge. There's a certain set of rules that are always applied. For example, you can't kill passive mobs and animals. You can do other kinds of basic things, but for all intents and purposes, it's just to meet the challenge without impacting the environment as such. You need to get wood and cactus and all that other kind of good stuff, but it's always a theme. And for the month of July, this is July 2017, the theme is a lighthouse. So the seed is a 2201, generate structures off. That's going to be the tricky part, I think, right there. World type of large biomes, and as always, we are in hardcore mode. So let's get moving. So what we have to do is we have to build a lighthouse at coordinates -103 and 128. So I don't know where we're going to start off at, but we're going to let this generate the terrain. I'm going to take a quick little pause and just sort of look around and let the world sort of load in. Oh boy, this will be interesting. So we are right now at -123 out there somewhere. Oh boy. All right, so first things first, let's go start off before we go and trek off into the unknown as far as where our coordinates are. And as always, this is hardcore, which means we have to avoid getting ourselves beat up. So we're going to build a lighthouse out here somewhere. I'm going to find out what it is. We are in 1.12, so I'm going to swim over here and get some wood. Unfortunately, this is a dark oak forest, which means there's mobs around. It also looks like there's a bunch of flowers over there, which is going to be kind of nice. It's going to give us some color. We got some sand. And because we're in an ocean biome, yeah, we've got some gravel around. So we're going to be able to use the new concrete blocks, I think. That'll be kind of interesting. So let's take a look here. Let's just start getting some wood, getting some mushrooms. I think we're going to have to be doing probably some mushroom stew for our first little bit of food, and that's what I was talking about is going to be the kicker for this month's episode. So lighthouses are often tall buildings, and if you look back over where we're at, you can definitely see that that's a tall little mountain over there, which is going to be kind of cool. Hopefully we're going to be able to build on that itself. But the problem is that because it is a tall structure, that means we're going to be jumping a lot, and jumping means we're going to be going through a lot of food. And a lot of food is going to mean we're going to have to get those resources taken care of as well. And since there's no villages around, that's going to be the tough part. So we are going to be doing some mushroom stew, I believe, is what we're going to be going after more than anything else. So right now, first thing I'm doing is I'm going to get myself some good old classic beginning Minecraft stuff and take a look around. Got some sheep if we decide we want to use wool, but I can't kill them. So let's take a quick little run around here and see what we can see. Hopefully there'll be some basics. So I'm going to, at least at the beginning here, take down and I know I'm going in the wrong direction, so let's take a look here. All right. Oak trees. More than anything on the oak, I'm looking for. Let's do this real quick. Let's flatten that down. Let's just do this. We want a pick and we want an axe. And let's pick up our crafting bench. Yeah, I'm sure I got all kinds of new stuff. So hopefully we're gonna get some apples here. So that's gonna be the other thing that we're hopefully gonna be able to do quite a bit of, is maybe get some apples and some wheat. So I know get some mushrooms with this, and that's kind of what my goal is on chopping down these giant mushrooms, is to get as many mushrooms as I can to get some mushroom stew. Because like I said, I think the kicker for this challenge is going to be all the jumping that we're going to have to do to survive and do our building. We don't have feather fall, so that probably means, well, at least for me, there's a reasonably good chance I'm going to die by falling, like I just tried to do right there. So that's never a good thing. All right. I already went through that axe. Let's see here. Let's get our pick going. One, two. Let's grab a bunch of stone here. We'll come back for the gravel if we need it. All right, so I did a little bit I saw the challenge, and one of the things that I was doing a little bit of research in was the different types of lighthouses that are out there. And kind of interesting. We have a lot of lighthouses that are the big tower overlooking the bays and so forth. And that's kind of an interesting looking. Ooh, cave! I found a cave already. Ooh, we are so not ready for a cave, I don't think. Yeah, we're not gonna go play in that yet. Okay, so we're talking about lighthouses, and one of the things about a lighthouse that is basically it's overlooking a point where sailors are going to potentially come in, and the whole point of it is to protect the incoming ships from hitting the land. And that, more than anything else, is sort of what we're going to be aiming for. All right, so let's get some more wood here. Let's get our basics down here. So axe, and then oops, we need to get some protection. All right, let's get our stuff in a reasonable order. And all right, let's head back over that direction to where we're gonna go. Excuse me. So we're looking at a minus 103, so over that way, and a positive 128. So let's see. So we're probably over that direction. Let's pick up some of these. Never know what kind of dye we're gonna need. Let's get some mushrooms. Like I said, I think this is going to be our food source for the first part of this. We'll probably get some seeds, plant some wheat, that kind of thing. So take down this one red mushroom and this other brown mushroom and get moving on this. Alright. I already used up half an axe. So we're going to definitely do some caving. And I do want to look at kind of where our spot is going to be that we need to do our building at. So I definitely want to get out there before the end of this first episode. Sort of have an idea so that I can do a little bit of thinking and figuring out what we're going to build. So we're talking about lighthouses. Let me hop back to that real quick. And one of the things that I was noticing when I was doing the research is that lighthouses are often sort of one of two modes. They're the big towers, or depending upon where they're located, like a lot of the West Coast, they seem to be larger lenses to do a better job shining off in the general direction. And when they do that, they end up being bigger glass structures. So I'm trying to figure out, depending upon where it's at, which one I want to build. Or maybe I'll build something really big with a little bit of both on it. All right, so I'm getting all these different flowers for different dyes in case we need them. And worst case, I can throw them away at a later time. I got a lot of sand over here, sort of a beach biome, it looks like. And we are about ready to go. Oh boy. All right, so sun's setting, so let's do this first. Let's do this. Definitely do not have enough wood, so we're going to have to come back. And I have a feeling that a lot of our travel is going to be by boat. So let's pull up our coordinates and see if we can find where we're going to be building at. So we're looking for negative 103. Oops, I'm going the wrong direction. I was going the right direction the first time. Negative 103, positive. Wow. Oh boy. Positive 128. So we haven't even seen the structure yet. Oh, we're over here. All right, 103. All right. And a positive 128. So we got some lava. Yeah, we're right in this area. So we're up at the top of that, I'll bet you. So again, a lot of jumping. All right, so let's start off with some basics. Let's get ourselves sort of pushed into the rock face here and hole up for the night. Get some mining done. And do that. All right. Let's make ourselves a little hole here. And okay. All right. So let's plop our 1, 2, 3. We hear that lava churning, which is kind of scary. All right. Okay, we are kind of safe. All right, so let's get some basics going again. Survival Minecraft furnace, which we're gonna need here, and yeah. Let's see. We got some bowls now. All right, let's give us 4 bowls. There we go. All right, so we have some basic foods. All right. And let's build a chest real quick since we're up here. I know we don't have a lot of wood, but we will pick up a bunch of wood in the next episode. And of course, there we go. All right. Let's get our mushrooms in there. I'll keep our sticks with us. And those. And we want blocks. All right, let's go doing a little bit head down and see what we can find for resources. Maybe there's a cave under here. Gravel. Oh, why is it always got to be gravel? Why does it always have to be gravel? I love gravel now that we can do concrete, which I think is going to be flipping awesome for the lighthouse. I think that's why I was picking up the dies. But without some high-end equipment, it's going to be a little tougher to get our hands on. All right, so I'd love to hear what you guys think we should do for the lighthouse. What do you think we should do as far as size and so forth? So we've got, as always, we're going to be putting these out on Mondays and on Fridays. So for this month, we've got quite a few of them. We've got a couple of extra days because this is going to go out on like the 2nd or the 3rd. So we're starting really, really early. We're going to have, I think, like 7 or 8 of these episodes. There we go. We got some iron. We got some iron. All right. So I'd love to hear your guys' feedback, suggestions, ideas. That's not a good sound. That'll work. You know, as always, I like to take try to do a little bit of a different spin on these. So definitely like to know what you guys think as far as what kind of thing we should do. I bet you there's a cave above me somewhere I just missed. Take a different spin on this. What kind of lighthouse should I build? Do I want to build a nice big tower? Do I want to build... should I build something different? They're close. I'm going to run right into it, aren't I? Where? There's a cave. I'm caving. Where's a cave? I know I can hear you. You guys want to eat? Ah, there you are. No face eating. Oh, that's kind of disappointing. Whoa! Okay, mistakes were made. Oh, mistakes were made. All right. Yay. So there's a bunch of stuff up there. Let's just keep going down until we're kind of ready for dealing with those. We'll come back and deal with them here in a bit. All right, let's go back up and let's put a light down here. There's a lot of them there. It almost sounds like a ravine or something like that. So that should be kind of good. We should be able to find a bunch of resources floating around in there, I'm thinking. All right. We didn't find much coal, though, and we only found 5 iron. All right. All right. Let's put this stuff away. More food if we need it. All right. Let's sort of take a stock of what we have. Okay. Let's see if we get a tree to grow out there. Got some flint, some gravel, pick up blocks. All right, so we got some stone. Got some iron going. So 4 pieces of iron is kind of what I want. There we go. And now first thing I want to do is build a shield. Because for survival, I don't use this in other than early game stuff, because for all intents and purposes, I just don't see it as being super useful. Shields are just one of those things that they're tough. There's definitely reasons to have them, but for all intents and purposes, rarely do I ever find a good reason to have them. But for survival, you almost can't do it without it. So let's just keep going down. and see what we can find down at the bottom. We're looking for coal right now. Coal and iron, those are really the two things. But we're going to kind of make this mine go all the way down. So, nice coal. So one of the things I definitely do want to do is, I think that the nice thing about this is we kind of know where we are going to build at. I think this is going to be our base, and what we're going to do is we're going to go collect a bunch of wood over the next couple of days. So we're going to try and keep a tight eye to the clock and make sure that we're back up in the daylight, getting over into that dark oak forest and picking up as many logs as we can. And I think that's going to be one of the more important things to do. Because once we have the wood, then we're not going to necessarily need to come back and forth. And I think we can do it. If we do 1 or 2 days worth of wood collecting in the dark oak forest, bring back some saplings, stuff like that, I think we can make some use of it as well. And we're going to try and get as many mushrooms as we can over there. I think that's really going to be our primary food source more than anything else. Because I think that since we don't have anything as far as on structures, no villages or anything like that, we're not going to be finding crops unless we're planting them. Which is fine. I mean, that's part of the way the game works, but that means we need to be smart about what we're doing. And that means we're probably going to need a lot of mushrooms. All right, let's see what level we're at. We are at 18. We are going to run into lava. I just have a feeling. And what to my wonderful ears do appear? Lava. All right. Let's see if we can do a couple poke holes. Maybe find a cave. Get some more torches going. We have some coal. Strip mining is definitely not good content. And we are about ready to end this episode as it is. So what I'm going to do one more poke hole in this direction. Pick up this iron, because we need iron. And I'm going to head back up. Come back down for the coal. Redstone. Maybe we can do something with a cool redstone feature for a lighthouse. We'll get some glowstone. I haven't really, I'm still early to these things. I haven't ever gone out to the nether. It's not that I couldn't. Go pick up some glowstone and make some redstone lamps. Those would be kind of interesting so that we can turn them on and off. That'd be kind of different. Trip to the nether on a hardcore. Yeah. Alright, our creeper friend isn't here anymore. Oh, Enderman. Okay, yeah, we're gonna not go in there. Alright, let's just do this. Yeah, I'm gonna leave that there by itself. Alright, so yeah, maybe we should go into the nether. Do we want to risk that? I'd love to. Okay, definitely gotta get everybody's opinion on that one. Nether trip or not? Do you think it's worth it? Alright, and it's daytime, so that means it's the end of the episode. As always, you know where to find me. You can hunt me down in the various places. So until the next episode, this is The Wandering Nerd.